So we are here with a bit of a live game. So something straight from the ladder. I've had problems with out of syncs and it's getting a bit annoying. So we're just going to watch two top guys. This is the top game that's happening right now. This side, on the right side, is the Loneliest Monk. I believe it's some reference to something that I don't know, but I'm sure somebody knows. He used to be called Requiem, who's super strong. I played him a couple of times. And yeah, really, really strong player. I don't know if he's a Smurf or someone else, or just someone that came to the game and is pretty good. And on this side is Dzeev, who plays a pretty mean Oranos. So we'll see what he can do in this one. For some reason, they've picked purple and blue, which is very annoying. You can change it, so you can make it, red and blue or whatever. But then when I swap, they'll swap, and it's going to be really frustrating. So we're just going to keep with purple and blue for the time being, and it's Valley of the Kings. And yeah, so apologies for, well, if this becomes a YouTube video, that there has been a bit of a delay in the YouTube videos because I have been sick with the flu. So we are back, and I had such a belter of a game plan to come back to that I played against Mosca and his team of Brazilians, and it was so strong, so good. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to watch that one because of out of syncs. So this game, though, we have infantry hits with melee attack against units inflict divine damage. Oh dear. Anyway, myth units special attack less recharge time. We definitely like that one. Siege weapons are cheaper. That's an easy one to read out. We've got villagers, food, wood, gold are cheaper. So some decent relics, nothing like game breaking. Oh, looks like there was an extra one. Yep, the martyrdom relic. Get some resources back. Never that exciting. But let's see what these guys are going to be able to do. Shenong, Oranos, two super strong picks. So these guys obviously wanted to do a bit of try-harding on the ladder. And on this side, it looks like Dzeev has spotted a relic that he does want. He did heroize an oracle and then didn't go for this one. So it looks like he definitely wants this infantry do a bit of divine damage. I mean, his infantry are going to do a bit of divine damage anyway. So why not double dip into what you're doing? So I imagine that we're going to see Dzeev here go into the Mamillos with the Oceanus kind of bite of the shark tech, some Caladrias, be very, very annoying. It's something that's reasonably good against China in general, because China don't have that Hypaspis unit, the Axeman, something like that. Their only real answer for them is to get some kind of front line and then have the fire archers raining down damage. And then Heroic Age, you get the Chukonu and things like that, and they are pretty good against infantry. But Classical Age, they don't have that hard counter. So Mamillo's probably going to go hard in this one. And looks like lots of oracles coming out for Dzeev. This is a pretty good map for them, because you can just shove them right in the corners. They can just go here, they can go here, they can go here, they can get some max value with the vision. And kind of difficult to attack, at least these two spots. These are basically free. You sit one in your base. Those are your starting three. You can probably find some more places to go. He is also Oranos. You can just put them next to some sky passages whenever you want to. And we also have Shio with a pretty late advance time coming through for Loneliest Monk here. I imagine, yeah, it's because he went the 3 Kwafu build. So these Kwafus take quite a long time to make. So he is going for, when you see this, it normally means you're going for a one town center kind of play, because the 2 TC doesn't make sense because you just advance so late. But he's probably going to be wanting to put a lot of pressure on in this Classical Age, or at least get a decent amount of units out. So Pioneer's heading for the Martyrdom Relic. And he's also managed to get this one. Myth units are cheaper. Now, I have been playing some China in my team games, and team games is normally when I like to bring out the myth unit strats. And there are some pretty good Chinese myth units. Unfortunately, this isn't the one that I like going. I like going the, oh my god, I can't remember. The Chillin, the flame boy that heals. I think that one's insane. Not something that Shenong has access to, but we will see. Well, unless he gets the free one. But he's going to get some Yatsas. Potentially could get some more Yatsas out. I mean, he does have a lot of wood in the bank for that one, potentially. It's also going to be a sky passage coming through. This is a nice sky passage, really close to the base also. Gold mine this side, ores this side. Unfortunately, the villagers walked this way, so they didn't shoot it right next to the sky passage, but there's not going to be any super early damage coming through unless the Yatsas are on their way, but there's already the hero Mamillos. You always heroize the couple of Mamillos early doors when you're playing Oranos or any of the Oceanus gods, so Gaia also, just because you can heal them up. There's no reason not to just get some OP boys on the field straight away, and that Yatza is going to go... Oh, looks like he accidentally left this guy down. The Pioneers do have to worry, because the Mamillo are going to win this fight very easily, even without the heal. And looks like the Yatza should be able to get away. They are 5.3 speed each, so if he's going to be able to teleport away, should be able to get back. The heal is very slow, though, and I think Dzeev is off to a pretty good start. Also gets a villager kill. Could go for a second one. Nice snare on the Yatza there from Lonius Monk, and he is going to use the Shockwave. The Shockwave actually hits all the other villagers and manages to get that one down. So Shockwave down, but 2 villagers, and nothing's dead yet. There could be 1 Ramillo potentially going down, 1 HP, and a Dream. Should be able to heal that one up if the Caladriel is paying attention. Looks like he is, but does have to worry about the shots from the Pioneer. And these girls are slippery, these Caladriers. So Dzeev, nice and early, gets a lot of pressure in. 2 Vil picks is pretty huge at this stage of the game, and he's didn't lose anything for it either. Did use Shockwave, but he's got those 5 boys out, the 5 oracles. They're going to be getting him a decent amount of favor in. So more Caladriers, can even go for more heroes if he really wants to. I think 2 is normally a good bet to go up against these Yatzas. But one thing he's not doing, he's not really building that many more units. He's getting all his upgrades now, so he's getting medium infantry. Kind of strange when you only have 3 units. Bite of the Shark also. But this does mean that Lonius Monk here can kind of push back. He's got so many more units here. Might lose a couple, but he'll be able to take down what Dzeev has. Unfortunately, doesn't feel like he can. I mean, the Chinese army, the Chinese Classical Age army is so slow. The reason the Halberdiers here might look a bit weird, he's there to snare up everything, because he's the only fast unit that Lonius Monk really has access to. Carnivora dropped on the backside, does get that free kill, and the Pioneers will probably be able to take that one out. Dow Swordsman trying to get some damage done. Now more Mamillos start to come in. Caladria should be able to go down. Not paying attention with that one. There is one all the way back here, and 1 Hero Mamillo does go down, but all these low HP ones, Lonius Monk really needs to pick off if he can. Otherwise, they are just going to get healed back up to full, and that does feel bad. But now this is what I mean about getting all your... Oh, how did she get sniped? There we go, the Pioneers. But this is kind of what I mean about getting all your upgrades in there. I mean, it made sense in the sense that you are far ahead, but you just shouldn't leave your units out, because if Lonius Monk is just going for pure units, then he is just going to outproduce you pretty hard. And now the Lightning Weapons Force, and this is where he's going to get a comeback. Still down 2 on the Vils, but probably going to be ahead in the army after this. Nice retreat, though, from Dzeev. Does have his Sky Passage well placed. Kind of a difficult god power to use against Oranos because his units are so quick and the Sky Passages are prevalent. But Dzeev probably going to be jumping in the Sky Passage pretty quick. Looks like he's not paying attention. I'm surprised he just didn't expect the army to come back here, but there is another Sky Passage down the bottom and a wall up this top side. It's not often you see the walls from Oranos, to be honest, especially one that's so long. You might see little cheeky walls like this one here, but this one's so expensive that he's putting up here. I think it's going to pay for itself, really, unless the Arts come over. They're going to be able to jump over pretty nicely. That medium infantry, the Master of Weaponry already. I don't know about that. Master of Weaponry is for the Halberdier. I thought he would only get a couple to snare up the units, and that is going to be a dead citizen. Oof. Do these guys have their upgrades? They have one of them. That's the first one, isn't it? Son of Loong. Yeah, that's the HP and the damage, but they don't have the lifesteal quite yet. And the Sky Passage is going to go down again. Looks like there's an Oracle that maybe these Yatzas aren't going to see. He is kind of out the way. Feel too distracted by the elephant to finish the wall. Yeah, true. And unfortunately for Mr. Monk here, the Dzeev Oracle is going to be able to get out and not be seen. But there's also some Mamillos. Why did the Mamillos come back? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, this guy's stuck between a wall and an elephant. Yeah, that is somewhere you don't want to be stuck. But the Mamillos here, I mean, there's no Caladriel to heal them up. But Lonius Monk does need to be worried about the Yatsas kind of tanking here, because if the Yatsas get a couple of hits of these Mamillos, he just absolutely, I don't even know, absolutely rinsed him there. How did the Mamillos manage to get out? And he just didn't shift click enough to get out. He just did a ring around the rosy on 30 units, give or take, and still does manage to get out with 2 Mamillos. I mean, he shouldn't have been there anyway, but still does manage to get out. That is the power of the Oranos. 5.3 speed Mamillos. Like, what the hell? Anyway, Deceive coming up to this top side. It's going to have some elephants for himself. 900 times 3. It's going to be there for quite a while. Looks like Heroic Age coming through for Deceive. Probably going to go that Hyperion angle. Hyperion, it's just ridiculously strong, especially with this much favor sat in the bank. We get some Satias out before the Shenong player gets up to the next stage. If he's still in Classical Age, can be pretty good. It feels bad to build myth units against the Heroic Age or Mythic Age Chinese player, though. Just when those monks decide to come out, the sages, were they called sages? I never remember. Anyway, the monks that steal the things away, and then obviously your Mythic Age heroes that just absolutely rinse them. It's very, very similar to the Greeks. Early on, you want to be building the myth units, then as soon as they get Mythic Age and they get their super strong heroes out, just build them as and when you need them. Don't be massing them. Some nice and forward Shenong farms, which you don't often see kind of 11 minutes in. Maybe you do from certain players, but at least not at my level. You don't see these sort of things. So nice play. Means these guys are going to be invisible. And he's also going through Rusho himself, getting that Rage of Slaughter tech. So that is HP again, and the lifesteal, which is going to be nice. And then I imagine there's going to be a Baolei slapped right here, right next to the double Shenong farms. And that's going to be a nice place for the monk to sit back. Hyperion is on the way, and it looks like a pre-queue of medium-range soldiers. So could be going into Arcus. That could be the choice. Could just be wanting mass Terma. I think Terma with ballistics feel a lot better. So we don't see them that often after the Classical Age, only in rare circumstances, but maybe against China it does make sense. The only thing is it makes the Halberdiers a little bit better, as they will get that snare off, because Terma are part horse, so you do have to watch out for that one. And the raids from the Yatsas coming across again, and they just kill villagers, even citizens, so quick. It's absolutely disgusting. Another wall coming up from Deceive, but still hasn't finished it. But the citizens do manage to survive, and the Yatsas should be able to get away at some point. Shockwave forced out, but it is a nice shockwave. Does allow the Oranos units to get to safety. But it means there's no shockwave to potentially run away from some kind of Fey Beasts. What you could do is shockwave the Fey Beasts, or shockwave your units, the opposing units, sorry, to just run away from that. And that's no longer an option, or unless you want to spend 30 favor for it. But there could be a nice Chaos Carnivora combo coming up very shortly. And there's no Baolei up yet. There is a Machine Workshop coming up. There is going to be a Palace, though, for Deceive on this front side. A full gold mine. It's normally what you're after. Slapping a Palace down on a full gold mine. Just to defend that one. And there is going to be Gemini, or Gemino, or what it's called. Gemini, it's called now. It's going to be that Satia upgrade. There is a decent amount of Pioneers, though. I think the Pioneers are going to shoot these guys down pretty quick. They have a pretty disgusting multiplier of 11 times. Citizens do manage to sit inside the Palace, and it is going to be a Chaos coming in. Fey Beasts as a response to this, just so the unit's going to attack something else. It's also going to be a Carnivora, kind of a little bit of a delayed Carnivora. I assume you want to do that while the Chaos is going on, but anyway, doesn't decide to do that one. This Tautier is living for so long, even up against, what is it, double Hero Mamillo. One Hero Mamillo goes down, and this guy is tanked so much damage. On this backside, looks like Lonius Monk should be able to take down the Palace pretty quickly with all his units. This guy's a siege weapon, so it's going to be nice and easy for him. And I don't think Deceive has any cheeky oracles anywhere. No, he's got, he has oracles. He doesn't have any cheeky villagers anywhere. So there's going to be no way to get outside of his base. Sometimes what you can do with the citizens is kind of run them to the corner, but that wasn't an option. And actually the citizens are starting to try and shank down the heavy units. kind of rule of thumb in general. When units get heavy, it's very difficult for villagers to win that fight. Medium or unupgraded, they hold their own. They do pretty well. But heavy is looking rough for them. The Yatzers are looking, because this is something that these Oranos, these cheeky Oranos players do. They do hide them right in these corners, maybe right next to this gold mine, but not to be the case this time. The Yatzers, it's a nice play, checking both the corners. Hasn't checked down this side yet, but I'm sure that'll be the next port of call, unless he just ran a unit quickly there that I just didn't see. But checking everything, that's what you've always got to do against these Sky Passage demons. And the blue units all going to run back. Imperial Academy coming in. More Shenong farms just for making it look nice around the gold mine. Probably want to whack another silo here, to be honest, because this one's got to walk quite far. One Yatzer does get caught out. How many Yatzers are we looking at? They're kind of going down. So we've got 3 total. So they have been getting picked off from Deceive's Hero Mamillo. And it's just the Dow transition infantry divine damage in general. That does affect the halberdiers also. And it looks like a Cantarius shift from Deceive. I never like building cavalry at all into Shio. It's just so brutal. That tech where it slows them down, it just feels rough. Unless they're purely raiding units, say you just get these 5 and you go and raid and you go put some damage on here, something like that, and then you have the main bulk of your army as something else, and I feel like it's fine. But building them straight into the army, this probably isn't the one. But there's so many Satyrs here. If the Satyrs can get off some good damage, it's a shame he doesn't have enough favor for a Chaos. If he could get a Chaos off, and then a big volley with all these Satyrs, put them in like box formation or something like that, so they get a bit closer to each other. Unfortunately, they went for Zhang Jia there with their special, and that is not what you want. It pierces through everything, so you want to use it on a big ball of units. So kind of lucky for the blue monk in this scenario. But how are the Cantarius doing up against this? The Satyrs are now tanking, which is not what you want. The purple units against the blue, purple going down pretty fast. The entire front line just melted, and it's just those Satyrs didn't use their special in the right place. Literally, that was it. So many of these units would have gone down. You see how much damage the special does. If they would have used one more of those, like half of those units just die off in one go. And the units getting in the Sky Passage, they can run away to somewhere else. And the citizens have done the sneaky. This is it. This is what you've always got to do. And there is still the Sky Passage back in the main base. I mean, I imagine there's going to be a Sky Passage dropped. There's also a cheeky citizen down this side. If Deceive can get these Sky Passages up, I mean, there's always a way back into it, really. He's got similar villager numbers. Just needs to get some big Satyr shots off. How many actually does he have left, though? Does he only have these 3? Only has these 3. That is rough. And this is what I mean. When they get to the 3rd age and they get access to this guy. Maybe Lonius Monk is pushing a little bit early, though. These Satyrs with the Satyr micro, so shot. One does go down, though. That does not feel good. You want to be keeping them alive if you can. What's the temple? I think the temple's gone down for Deceive. He needs to build another one of those. He's macroed kind of here to build the Satyrs. And yeah, the Sage hero as well. I did get it right. It's the Sage. Yeah. Just too strong against those Satyrs. Has managed to sneak down to this gold mine, though. It does have 10 on it. It's like Lonius Monk just doesn't even care anymore. He's just going straight for the main base. Has his siege weapons, siege crossbows. Probably just going to go straight for this town center in the middle now. And yeah, that's going to be enough. Yeah, the myth unit Tex is fine early 3rd age maybe, but then as soon as his sages come out, it is just absolutely brutal. And it was pretty well played from our Lonius Monk friend, because he lost 2 villagers very early on, but the counterattack was just too strong.